So I just finished teaching Prevail in Life and Ministry. That's our leadership program, discipleship, that we teach on Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this thought has been on my mind. Just wanted to share with you. I know you're thinking people. It is time for us to be thinking and not just allow media and other sources to inundate us with lies and foolishness. I want to talk about these guys that in our history books, the Academy has been in support of this, and they call them explorers, the likes of Columbus, Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, Alfred Saker, who went to parts of Africa, especially down to the town that I was born in. They call themselves explorers. They call themselves folks who discovered new worlds. And listen, this is not complicated. You're a thinking person. How is it possible that these guys would have discovered a people and a place that others had already traveled to and settled there for generations before they arrived? You go and have the audacity to say that you discovered the place. And then, of course, the Academy has supported them and written this stuff in textbooks. And we have read and studied these things, and it continues to be the standard today. Come on, guys. Imagine, I am from Cameroon in West Africa, and I have lived in Toronto for all these years. Imagine that I went on Facebook or any of these other platforms, or even went back home and beat my chest and tell them that I came and I discovered this place called Canada. And I'm going around doing seminars and conferences as we do and telling people that kind of a lie. I mean, you guys would, first of all, you would laugh it off as me trying to be comedic or something. At best, maybe, I was just full of foolishness. Look at it and think. Get those textbooks and get the Academy to make the corrections they need to make. Vasco da Gama and Alfred Saker and Christopher Columbus and the likes of them, these guys, at best, they were travelers. And let me tell you something, particularly pertaining to black folks and Africans in particular. For thousands of years, they were traveling. They were traveling long before Alfred Saker, Vasco da Gama, and all these guys traveled and left Europe. Okay, there's evidence of Africans in Malaysia, evidence of Africans in South America, evidence of Africans in other parts of the world. They were traveling long before the Europeans who invaded Africa came in and caused the havoc that they did. All right. So if you are a black person, it doesn't matter. Even if you were a Caucasian person, anybody, if you are a thinking person, then think about it. Because this anti-black racism that we experience as black folk all over the world, okay, a lot of it is based on the fact that people think Africans were nobodies and made absolutely no contributions to this world as we know it today. What a lie it's been. The moment you begin to understand that the foundations of medicine, of mathematics, and other things came from the continent of Africa. I'm not just talking Egypt. I'm talking in the southernmost parts of the African continent. I mean, the Ashanga bone is the oldest mathematical relic in the world that was stolen by the Belgians out of Congo. And it's sitting around right now in a museum in Brussels. It belongs to the African people, but it's sitting in a museum in Brussels, and we have to pay money to go see what belongs to us. And all over Europe, it's the exact same thing. If we were such primitive people who had done absolutely nothing, have you checked Sotheby's recently to see how much African art, original African art, is selling for? hundreds, thousands of dollars. Okay, these are the relics, the artwork, the artifacts of people who are supposed to have contributed absolutely nothing in this work. Let me tell you something, friend. Alfred Saker and the likes of him, they did not discover anything. Our people on the African continent, we did great things before the European invaders came. We have continued to do so. Imagine all we have done despite all the hurdles. Imagine how much we can do now that we have taken control of our own destiny. Listen, friends, our time has come. I want to hear your comments. Let's talk some black truths so that we can together heal ourselves of these almost 500 years of colonial lies. I love you guys. God bless you. See you soon.